What it do, ski son doodles? It's your boy YfgmBlogTv coming straight out of Cincinnati, Ohio. Now, in this video, I'm not going to go crazy. I'm not going to rant, but this is a little follow-up of the George Zimmerman case, and I'm going to be reading a whole lot of stuff from you guys. Now, as of lately, I think today, or well, not today, but yesterday, a George Zimmerman juror came out and spoke about, the case and everything, and she just expressed her feelings or why she felt like pretty much he was guilty, even though she put, you know, I guess not innocent or whatever the case may be, but she just felt in her heart that he was guilty. Okay, now I'm going to read some stuff right now. I believe she was on Good American Morning, Good American, whatever that show is, or Good Morning America. I believe that was the name of it. Now, the only minority on the all-female jury that voted to acquit George Zimmerman said today that Zimmerman, quote, got away with murder for killing Trayvon Martin and feels she owes an apology to Martin's parents. Quote, also, you can't put the man in jail even though in our hearts we felt he was guilty, said the woman who was identified only as juror B29 during the trial. But we had to grab our hearts and put it aside and look at the evidence. She said the jury was following Florida law and the evidence. She said did not prove murder. Now the courts, they had sealed the jurors' identities during the trial and still hasn't lifted their order. But juror B29 edged out of the shadows in an exclusive interview with Good Morning America anchor Robin Roberts. She allowed her face to be shown, but concerned for her safety, used only her first name of Maddie. That's her name. Now, she's a nurse assistant and mother of 8 children, was selected as a juror 5 months after she had moved to Seminole County, Florida from Chicago. All 6 of the jurors were women, and Maddie, 36, who is Puerto Rican, was the only minority to deliberate in the racial charge case. Zimmerman, 29, was a white Hispanic, and Martin, 17, was black. Despite the prosecution claims Zimmerman profiled Martin because he was black, Maddie said the case was never about race to her, although she didn't want to speak to her fellow jurors. But her feelings about Zimmerman's actions are clear. George Zimmerman got away with murder, but you can't get away from God. At the end of the day, he's going to have a lot of questions and answers he has to deal with. Maddie said, but the law couldn't prove it. When the jury of 6 women, 5 of them mothers, began deliberation, Maddie said she favored convincing Zimmerman of second-degree murder, which could have put him in prison for the rest of his life. The juror was also allowed to consider manslaughter a lesser charge. Quote, I was the juror that was going to give them the hung jury. I fought to the end, she said. However, on the second day of deliberations, after spending 9 hours discussing the evidence, Maddie said she realized there wasn't enough proof to convict Zimmerman of murder or manslaughter under Florida law. Zimmerman concedes he shot and killed Martin in Sanford on February 26, 2002, but maintains he fired in self-defense. Quote, that's where I felt confused. This is what she said now. Quote, that's where I felt confused, where if a person kills someone, then you get charged for it. Maddie said, but as the law was read to me, if you have no proof that he killed him intentionally, you can't say he's guilty. When asked by Roberts whether the case should have gone to trial, Maddie said, I don't think so. She said, quote, I felt like this was a publicity stunt. This whole court service thing to me was publicity, she said. Ben Crump, a lawyer from the Martin family, told ABC News, we and the parents of Trayvon Martin do agree that the killer of the other child got away with murder. Trayvon Martin's mother, Sabrina Fortson, said that the statement that it was devastating for my family to hear the comments from juror B29, comments which we already knew in our hearts to be true, that Zimmerman literally got away with murder. Quote, this new information challenges our nation once again to do everything we can to make sure this never happens to another child. That's why Tracy and I have launched the Trayvon Martin Foundation to try and take someone very painful and negative and turn into something positive as the legacy of our son Fulton said. Um, as a mother, hold on, wait a minute, 1 second. Zimmerman lawyer Mark O'Mara said he wants to see the interview before commenting. As a mother, Maddie said she has had trouble adjusting to life after the verdict. She has wrestled with whether she made the right decision. Quote, I felt like I let a lot of people down, and I'm thinking to myself, did I go the right way? Did I go the right way? Did I go the wrong way? She said. Quote, as much as we were trying to find this man guilty. They give you a booklet that basically tells you the truth, and the truth is that there was nothing that we could do about it, she said. I feel the verdict was already told. Maddie says she has sympathy for Martin's parents and believes she too would continue to crusade for justice if this had happened to her son. Whew. That was a lot of reading I just did, but it wasn't hard for me. But anyway, guys, this is basically coming from a lady who felt like, she did not even want to be on the stand at all. You know, she didn't want to even, she didn't want to have to be in that jury selection at all. Wait a minute, Let me read some more stuff. Um, she says she believes she owes Trayvon Martin's parents an apology because she feels like I let them down. In quotes, that's what she said. Quote also, it's hard for me to sleep. It's hard for me to eat because I feel I was forcefully included in Trayvon Martin's death. And as I carry him on my back, I'm hurting as much as Martin's mother, because there's no way that any mother should feel that pain, she said. Quote, Maddie is the second juror to speak in a televised interview and the first to show her face. Juror B37, whose face and body were hidden, appeared last week on Anderson Cooper's CNN show and said that she believes Zimmerman's heart was in the right place when he became suspicious of Martin and that the teenager probably threw the first punch. Since then, 4 other jurors distanced themselves from B37 remarks and released a statement saying B37's opinions were not in any way representative of their own. But it's kind of, I understand where Maddie is coming from, but at the same time, I felt like it wasn't every lot of things that she was saying. It seemed like it wasn't legit to me. For instance, she said, okay, he got away with murder and that Zimmerman is guilty. But when asked if this case should have ever gone to trial, she said she didn't think so. Two extremes to me. She doesn't seem legit to me. That's just how it looked to me. You know, I just don't think, with her coming out, she said she wasn't doing this for money. She's not doing this for notoriety or no book deal or nothing like that. But to me, it just seems a little fishy to me. I understand, okay, sometimes I guess in those situations, I've never been in those situations before. I never had to be on the jury, I never had to do jury duty. And they may give you a booklet or whatever to tell you, okay, this and this, boom, 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 you gotta go by the evidence. But if all of them 6 people, including myself, felt like this man was guilty, honestly, fuck going by the book. Let's just be real. Because there's been a lot of situation out of here, whether if it's black people, white people, Asians, Hispanics. A lot of times when you go by the book, you still are convicting, you're still going to have some mishaps. There's still going to be some fuck ups. Okay? But at the end of the day, with her coming out, and if the other people come out and they all say that they feel like this man was guilty, then damn it, hey, something's just not right at all. Okay. Now, I'm not a guru with the government system. I don't know the system down pat, and I know a lot of you guys don't either, because a lot of you guys who come on here and make comments and stuff like that on people videos about this case, you think you know every fucking thing, but you really don't. At the end of the day, you went on fucking Google to read some shit too. Okay. But I don't know about this, man. I just think her coming out and saying this stuff is cool, but at the same time, it's not. I just don't think, I just don't think she was just legit to me all the way. I understand, you know, you have to go by the book, or you want to try to be, you want to try to do the right thing, okay? But if you felt like this man was guilty, if everybody felt like this man was guilty, then God damn it, this man is guilty. This man is guilty. His ass is going to be locked up. And then if he feel like he's been locked up for doing something wrong, then damn it, when it comes for him to appeal, he will appeal, and they will go to court again and figure out this whole situation. Um, you know, and I just feel like I don't want to down this woman, but I just feel like she was kind of like an airhead, you know. In some ways, she didn't make any sense in this interview. You know, if there's no evidence, then it's like, how is he guilty? You know, I'm reading some of the comments people are saying. Look, they say she admits there's no proof, so this is nothing more than her opinion. She is double speaking because she is just trying to avoid a whooping that she knows is coming from the black community. Um, An opinion should be based on facts. She has the facts and still makes these stupid comments. Uh, I don't know, man. This is just crazy to me. But you guys tell me what you thought about this interview. If you saw it, what do you think about this? Do you think this woman was just confused? Uh, I feel like this. She could have, even with evidence or no, she could have voted anyway. That's just me. Maddie, between now, could have voted any way she wanted to vote. She and two others voted for guilt because it was obvious to her that George Zimmerman was guilty of something. Funny how she doesn't even see that he started the whole situation. But then, after some arm twisting, which she isn't willing to acknowledge, she and the other two give in and go with the too tough. The too tough, oh, he was too tough. Trayvon Martin was too tough. All that bullshit, man. But it's just crazy anyway. Anyway, man, I'm about to get up out of here. Hit me up on Twitter. Hit me up on Facebook. Tell me what you thought about this. Deuces.